Hello and welcome back. My name is Roz and I will be your hostess on this adventure. So we are all about encouraging and empowering women to be more here. More of who they are, who they're meant to be, who they want to be. If any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button below. Let's get started. Today I want to talk about boosting our self-esteem. Well, not just boosting it, but boosting it fast, because sometimes you just need a extra little boost. Some days you're blah, some days you're not feeling it. And you just need a quick pick-me-up, something to make you feel better about yourself. So I just wanted to share with you some things that give me a boost, a quick self-esteem boost, if you will. So before we get into all that, maybe we should basically figure out what self-esteem is and what all the components that make it up are. So the first thing is our self-worth. Now, our self-worth is basically how we rate ourselves compared to others. So that could be in regards to anything. That could be our skills, our wealth, our looks. And you know that we're always comparing ourselves to others. You know, you may love your sister, but still you compare yourself. Oh, she's prettier than I am. The parents love her more. You're always comparing yourself to someone. So that's one component of our self-esteem. Then there's self-image. So this is what we think about ourselves, what we tell ourselves, and what we believe others think about us. That's also in regards to so many things: our weight, attractiveness, intelligence. So this one thing can just wreck you. I mean, we are constantly thinking to ourselves, what are they thinking about me? Right? What do they think? You know, do they think I'm fat? I look fat. So all that ties in with our self-image of who we think we are projecting. So yeah, this is all about what we think, not what actually is, what we think. This is what we think about ourselves, what we tell ourselves, and what we think other people think about us. There's also self-confidence. Now, our self-confidence, this is basically how we feel about our abilities, talents, skills, and it varies from situation to situation. So another component. There are a few other components, but these ones are the biggest. Okay, so finally comes self-esteem. What is our self-esteem? Well, our self-esteem is basically how we feel about ourselves overall. So all those things combined make us. This is our self-esteem. All the other components, they feed into this one, because all your situations and experiences, they shape your self-esteem. Little side note though, our self-image is the hardest thing to change, because it's what we think, not what really is, but it's what we think. So now that we get that out of the way and we know what everything is and what our self-esteem is, so what happens when our self-esteem is running low? Well, it depends. Everyone is different, and there are also different extremes, you know, from this end to this end. So you could start small, you know, stop hanging around with your friends, or, you know, basically a withdrawal from society. We know our emotions get hyped. We're a little more sensitive to criticism, and we can get a little hostile when we're not feeling good about ourselves. But if it continues and it gets worse, then it can develop into physical problems like stress, which could lead to overeating, which could lead to weight gain. Then there's insomnia, headaches. We know this, fatigue. You just don't feel like getting off the couch or getting out of bed. It can even, at the most extreme, lead to depression, which isn't good, and that's when you need to seek help. So before it gets to all that, see if you can boost your self-esteem in your own way. So right now, I'm going to talk about not only boosting our self-esteem, but boosting it fast at a fast rate of speed because sometimes you need it fast. Okay, first boost, do something that makes you happy. Why? Because it makes you happy. That right there is a big self-esteem boost. Because when you're happy, it reduces all the stress. It helps with your self-image because when you're happy, you glow. So, and you feel good about yourself when you're happy. And it doesn't have to be something big. It just has to make you happy. Like me, we all know I'm a very, very, very sick woman when it comes to certain things. My go-to happy place is getting the push mower and cutting the grass. Yes, I love to mow the grass, not on a rider, on a push mower. So not only do I enjoy it, but I do it well, and I get something accomplished, and it gives me thinking time. So, these are like 4 points for one activity, but this is a go-to boost for me. Considering we have about 3 acres that I could push mow, I get a lot of thinking time. So, and a lot of happiness. So the next thing, pamper yourself. Pamper yourself. Oh, this is so important, ladies, so important. Go take a bubble bath or buy a new outfit. Do something special for yourself. Because by pampering ourselves, it makes us feel special and relaxed. Do something crazy. No, don't do something crazy. But, just pamper yourself, whether it's painting your toenails, giving yourself a pedicure or going to go get a pedicure. Do something to pamper yourself. We all need to feel special and pampered. Another thing, another boost, works for me. Doll up. Oh, go all out. Get a little crazy because you know what? When you look good, you feel great. Your self-confidence goes through the roof. Your self-image is just like skyrocketing. And your self-worth rises. It like everything all in one, boom. It's like mowing the grass. So go get yourself dolled up. Even if you're not going anywhere, it's a boost. And don't worry if your family goes, where are you going? That means you look good. Take it. It's a compliment. Okay, another boost. Another quick boost. List the best things about yourself. Okay, this is an easy, well, maybe not so easy for some of us. I am not a big self-promoter. But list the best things about yourself. For me, it would be my personality, because I have some of that. My humor. I can whip out a poem in like 5 minutes and it'll be good. I have a pool to relax in. And I scar over fast emotionally. You dash my little hopes. Give me a day, I'm back again. So these are some of the things that are good about me. And I'm not talking about your skills or your talents or abilities. I'm talking about you as a person. So make a list. I love lists. I love lists. So just make a list. When you see it down on paper, you'll go, wow, look at me. So do that. Now's where your skills and abilities and talents come in. Use them. Do something. Use one of your skills. Do something you are good at. This is an easy boost, and it's great for your self-confidence. When I'm feeling down and I'm like, oh, I can't do anything. I'm such a loser. Sorry. But when you get to that point, when I get to that point, doing something I'm good at boosts me right back up again. So I'll go whip out a poem, and boom, 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 boom. Look at me go. I'll go cut the grass, even though that's not a skill, but it helps. No, I will just do something you're good at. If you're good at, writing a computer program, boom, go do that. Your self-esteem will go through the roof. Just go do something you're good at. When we do something well, it makes us feel good about ourselves. So my go-tos for this are writing. I'm very good at writing, crafting, singing. Oh, no, not that bad. But I like to sing. Making lists. Making lists helps me organize my thoughts. And doing a little animal whispering. You know, the animal whisperer. But these are my go-tos. Find your go-tos. Use it. Make yourself happy. Knowing you do something well, make yourself happy. Okay, another boost. Get one thing done today. You know, sometimes, like I said, sometimes it's hard to get motivated. When your self-esteem is low, it is hard to even move your butt off the couch. At least for me. Oh, I'll just sit here and just wallow. No, but get one thing done today. It's all about accomplishing something. That way you could say, you know what, I was feeling like crap, but this is what I did today. Go me. You know, I'm not a quitter. Do the laundry, clean a room. You know, for me, go do a language lesson, write something, get my butt off the couch. Get one thing done. It matters. This is especially important when you're feeling overwhelmed, because you know what? You didn't give up. You did not admit defeat. You got up and you did something. You accomplished something. Okay, another boost. Now you'll notice there's a few of these in here, but these help me. Now this is where you would list your skills, abilities, talents, and accomplishments, your achievements. You will hit all the components with this one too. All your self-worth, self-image, self-confidence, boom, your self-esteem. List these things. This is where you shine. This is where you gloat to yourself. And don't be modest. Be loud, be proud. You've done these, you have this. This is what it is. Some of my skills, abilities, talents would be writing, because I do that well. My photographic memory. Singing, I do wood crafting very well. So those would be my skills, abilities, and talents. Now my accomplishments and achievements. Now remember, it doesn't matter how small or how stupid other people may think. They're not looking at this. This is for you. This is to boost you, not them. You, not them. See? So accomplishments and achievements. Okay, mine would be I'm just snowballing here. So I was an adult student at Penn State a few years ago, and every semester I made the dean's list, and that was a great achievement for me. I sold tools and hardware, which when I told one of my friends that I was getting a job selling tools and hardware, he was like, you won't last a week. Not even a week. Not a week. I lasted quite a few years, but I did it. Every time he would talk about tools and working on cars and all that, all I would hear was blah, 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 blah. So when I told him I'm going to sell tools, he was like, yeah, not going to work. I thought I did pretty well. Another of my achievements, while it may be goofy or, really not important to others, to me it's important, because my first management position I got it because I sold the general manager back her own pen. Yeah, that was my interview. Yeah, you have a nice resume and blah, blah, blah. Sell me this pen. And it was an erasable pen. I can BS with the best of them, baby. She had that pen. I even gift wrapped it for her. Oh yeah. I have my own business, a few, and I did some Shakespeare plays. Yeah, that was scary. But these are my accomplishments. So don't worry if they're small, silly, or trivial. They still count and they still matter because they're yours. They're yours. So write them down, list them, look at them, and know that you did these things, that you have these things. Okay, next boost is learn something new. Just learn something new. Now, I'm not talking about something huge and in-depth and just scary. It doesn't have to be world-changing, Just learn something new. It doesn't have to have anything to do with work, with home, with anything else. Just learn it. All it has to do is interest you enough to want to learn it. So, like me, you notice how it's always about me. But anyway, like me, I'm reading a book and I see them talk a little bit about thermodynamics. Okay, me, I have to go look it up because I have to know what everything is. So I learned it's the science that deals with transferring energy from one place to another, from one form to another. Okay, that's the gist of thermodynamics. You could do a lot with that. So, I play around with that. But I learned something new. And once you learn something, it's yours. That was one thing when I was at Penn State that the librarian there, he always made me laugh because I would go in every week and he would like to get the gist of what people were into. So when they come in, he knew. But every week I would go in with something different, or every day or every other day. But whenever I went in, which was often, I would go in with something totally different. I'm looking at Pennsylvania politics this day. 2 days later, I look at thermodynamics. The next day, it's, potholes in Ohio. Or I had to learn. I have to know things. So learn something new. I also just picked it up because I saw them. My son bought me from a Renaissance festival a set of sai. They're a traditional weapon from Okinawa. They fascinated me. After I got them, then I realized those were the things from the one movie that the two women used to fight. Basically, they're fighting forks. And I love it. It took me a while, but I learned it. So just learn something new. It could be totally off the wall or not. If it interests you, learn it. So another boost is make someone smile and feel good about themselves. This not only makes us feel better, but it helps someone else who may be feeling low too. Because we don't know what other people are doing, but if you make somebody feel good about themselves, it uplifts you too. And I'm not worried that, I would benefit too. I always think of the Friends episode. There is no such thing as a selfless act. Who cares if it makes you feel good? Make somebody feel good about themselves. And be sincere. Don't just say, looking good, and not mean it. Just make someone feel good about themselves. It's like stones. 2 hits, 1 stone. They feel better enough and they'll pass it on. Or it'll at least get them out of the fetal position, and you too. So these are the different ways that I boost my self-esteem fast and all my other selves while I'm at it. Give them a try. Give them a try. See if it works. But you know what? You probably already do a few of them without even thinking of them in these terms. You just know this makes me feel good. So do something that makes you feel good. Do something that makes you feel good and try these self-esteem boosts too. Let me know in the comments if these help you and the different ways that you boost your self-esteem. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and a notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. And remember, never stop striving forward.